Hey, what's going on, guys? Oz here. This is a double nuclear plus a 20 gun streak video on the map Slums. I'm using the M8A1. I haven't used this gun too often. It's actually only the second time I've ever uploaded an M8 video to my channel. Reason being is that it really shines. It's really strong. When you're on a good connection, if you can get on a pretty decent 4-bar, and if there's no submachine gun, lightweight stock, C4 tossing, drop shotting, jump shotting, sweat hards on the other team, then it's really gonna shine, because this gun is good for outclassing, snipers, LMGers, assault rifle users. But when people are moving fast, it's really easy for you to lose a target in your sight. And a lot of times, with the lag, being that this is a peer-to-peer connection, it's very likely that you could lag at any given moment. You could be off target. You might think you're on target, but the game's registering that you're shooting, 2 millimeters to his left, not on his body. Stuff like that. That's why I don't use it too often. I like guns that I'm able to spray with. I've always said that. I like the ACR type guns where it allows me to correct my shot. And right here is where I die on the 20 gun streak. Look at that, dude. I was running out of ammo with the M8. I actually picked up an LSAT earlier, and I sprayed the first guy down through the wall, which is good, and then I turned the corner, but he spawned on top of me as I was swapping. And that's just unfortunate. The spawns in multi-team hardpoint are pretty dang crazy. And that's just an example of them right there. But right here is my next streak for the first nuclear. It was a pretty good streak. Pretty much all I was doing was trying to hold down the little graveyard area. You notice I got two of my teammates doing their doing their work, pulling a little bit of magic over here, doing their thing. I think both of my teammates as well went nuclear. I'm not sure if Fatal VSAT, which is another one of my teammates, Zoom was the other. I'm not sure if he went double nuclear. He might have. I don't know. Maybe this was a double nuclear. Who knows? He would be able to tell you, not me. But kill streaks I'm running the UAV counter and the VSAT. It's pretty good, but something that one of my teammates was running looked like it was a little more effective, and I might try that out. Might upload a video, tell you what I think of it. I ran it a couple times during my live stream, but I wasn't able to pull off a double, so I'm not going to upload any of those. What it was either the UAV or the counter UAV combined with the Guardian and then the VSAT. Pretty much you kind of use it just to block off certain routes where you don't want them to spawn at. So say you're running a certain way and you notice that you're getting overwhelmed from one side and you don't want to get jumped, from 3 different angles, and you could drop that Guardian down. It'll pretty much funnel them into you, and that's another way of playing multi-team hardpoint. And pretty much, let me just get this out the way, nobody plays multi-team hardpoint for the objective, guys. You don't try to go for fast wins in this. I might upload a video and actually try that. I mean, see how fast I can win a hardpoint, maybe shut out some people, at least shut out one team, not really shut out an entire team, because that's pretty dang difficult. You got to play against some real bad scrubs and just pray nobody spawns like by the hard points and hops in there while you're not in there too. So yeah, nobody ever plays the objective. Pretty much multi-team is everybody just trying to get kills, and it's pretty much a battle of who slays best and who has the stronger connection. Right here I do let those guys kill me, and this is the second nuclear streak that I go on. Another thing about the M8, like a lot of people want me to talk about M8 versus the SWAT. I know a lot of other people have talked about it, but I don't watch other people and honestly don't care what they have to say, because I go by what I feel. Like, I use a lot of setups that a lot of people tell me, Oz, don't use that. For example, before I talk about the SWAT versus M8, and I'm not going to say much about that, I used a setup today, and I watched a Drifter video a long time ago, and he was talking about using quick draw with the laser sight, and how there's a small period of time when you're raising your sight up, and if you shoot at the same time your sight raises, it's not actually your sight being raised. There's actually a little bit of time where it's a brief hip fire. So if you slap on, say, stock quick draw with the laser sight on an AR, you're gonna notice that your bullet registration is really good. I tried it with the SCAR earlier. I almost went double nuclear during the stream, but I didn't. And everybody was telling me, Oz, take that laser sight off, put on fast mags. But it's just situations like that where I just know a little bit better, and I just try not to listen to what other people say. I'll watch people like, Drifter, who actually break down important things that you need to know. So he's one of the few guys out there, the bigger YouTubers. Actually, he wasn't that big before, but Black Ops 2, his channel really blew up. I try not to follow too much of other people's videos and what they have to say. I might see if somebody does well with a particular setup. Might check it out and then try it for myself, but I just won't go off what they say. And the same goes for you guys. Don't just go off of what I say. Try it for yourself. if I ever give you guys a setup, it's something that I've proven for myself how good it is, and I'm recommending it to you. What you do is you go out and you try it, and if it works for you, include it in your class. If it doesn't work for you, don't use it. Just use whatever works for you guys and whatever gets you the best results. So if you have the best results with the submachine guns, even though I tell you guys, you know, almost every video that I don't use a submachine gun, I tell you all the time that ARs and LMGs are the way to go. If you have the most success with the submachine gun, then by all means you want to do that. Right here I'm pretty much scrambling trying to get this nuclear. I was actually pretty worried here because I see they keep spawning around me, and I know with the M8 at any given moment, if an SMG guy spawns in close to me and I'm just a little too close for comfort, you know, he's gonna spray me down without hesitation. So I'm trying to just work my angles here and not get too crazy. Try to focus on flanking throughout this gameplay, and I ended up pulling off a really good score. Right here is the brutal, and here's what I'm talking about where I got a little worried because I started noticing like I'm getting too close to these guys, and here's where I talk about where I'm probably getting a little too comfortable with VSATs, and a lot of times I die off streaks because, you know, one guy's ADSing with a sniper, like aiming at something completely on the other side of the map, and I happen to just creep around the corner because I see him on the VSAT. But anyways, I told you guys I was going to talk about SWAT versus M8. Here's all I'm going to say about it. SWAT fully auto, M8 burst. Don't use the SWAT on burst unless you're camping, and if you're camping, you might as well be using a light machine gun or a sniper rifle because this is the best camping weapons in the game. But yeah, like I said, SWAT fully auto, I'm probably going to get a gameplay out with that. I watched the Jay Nasty video, he used that in his, but that's not the way that I like to use it. I like to use a different set of attachments with the select fire, so I'll probably bring that to you guys soon. But anyways, final score was like 90 something kills, double nuke with the M8 and a 20 gun streak. I'm out, peace.